Machiavelli wasn't trying to be evil, he was trying to be honest. Born in Renaissance Florence at a time of betrayal, broken alliances, and constant power struggles, Niccolò Machiavelli noticed something most people were too polite to say out loud. Good people often lose. And the bad guys? They tend to win. But why? Because the ruthless play a different game. While the good hold fast to principles and fairness, the ruthless do whatever it takes. They lie, cheat, flatter, manipulate, and most importantly, they win. We're taught that goodness means more than just good intentions. It means playing fair, being honest, showing kindness even to your enemies. If you want justice, argue calmly. If you want peace, meet hostility with grace. If you want truth, never bend the facts. It sounds noble, idealistic, almost heroic. But Machiavelli saw a problem, a fatal flaw. It doesn't work. He looked back at the history of Florence and, beyond that, Rome and all of Europe. Time and again he saw the same story play out. The kind-hearted ruler, overthrown. The honest politician, outmaneuvered. The principled merchant, crushed, not because they were wrong, but because they were predictable. That's why Machiavelli wrote The Prince not as a guide for tyrants, but as a survival manual for leaders who wanted to do good and stay in power long enough to do it. His message? Be as virtuous as you can, but never be so devoted to virtue that you let it destroy you. Be prepared to act like the most cunning, ruthless, and manipulative people on earth when the moment demands it. That mercy can be dangerous, and sometimes a carefully timed lie can save more than it harms. Machiavelli didn't celebrate evil, he studied reality. He knew appearances mattered more than truth. To him, power wasn't the enemy of virtue, it was the only thing that could protect it. Fast forward 500 years, and his lessons still hold up. In politics, those who shape perception win. In business, charm and boldness often beat honesty. Even in everyday life, we see people succeed not by being the kindest, but by being the most calculated. Machiavelli would simply shrug. Of course they do. The world, he'd say, is not ruled by justice. It's ruled by strategy. So what should we do? Should we abandon our morals? Start lying, cheating, manipulating? Not quite. Machiavelli didn't say we must be bad. He said we must be ready to be. Goodness stops working. Be good when you can. Be cunning when you must. This isn't about cruelty. It's about survival. It's about understanding that in a world full of wolves, the lamb who lasts is the one who knows how to move like a wolf when it really matters. Machiavelli isn't telling us to become villains. He's asking us to be flexible, to stop thinking that virtue and power are enemies. Because dreams inspire, but only action changes the world. And action in the real world requires a little dirt on your hands. In the end, maybe it's better to be feared a little than forgotten completely. Sometimes being good means being ready for the worst.